we want to show that x minus 1 is a factor of x to the fourth plus 5x cubed plus x squared minus 13x plus 6 using the factor theorem. The factor theorem says that if you can perform synthetic division using this x minus 1 as your divisor, and you get a remainder of 0, then x minus 1 was a factor of the original polynomial. So we'll start this by finding our c value. In this case, we have x minus 1, which we'll set to 0 and solve for x. So we add 1 to each side, giving us x equals positive 1. This is the c value that we will use to perform synthetic division on the polynomial. From there, we want to take all of the coefficients from this polynomial. So, in front of our x to the fourth, we have a 1, then a 5, a 1, a negative 13, and a 6. Remember, if there were a missing term or if these were out of order, we would have to rearrange them and then plug in that missing term with a 0 in front of it. For instance, if we went x to the fifth, then x to the third, we would have to plug in a 0 x to the fourth in between them, as that 0 is important. Okay, so now that we have these coefficients, we can take this c equals 1 and put it on the outside to perform synthetic division. So remember, we take our first number and bring it down, and then we multiply the number on the outside to it, which gives us 1, and then add these two numbers together, giving us 6. And now we will repeat this process. 1 times 6 is 6. Add that to this one, we get 7. 1 times 7 is 7. Add this to that negative 13, we get negative 6. Negative 6 times this 1 gives us negative 6. And adding that to positive 6 gives us 0. So since the remainder is 0, that means x minus 1 is a factor of the original polynomial. And that is the factor theorem.